I was getting dinner, so rotisserie chicken.
Okay. And did you leave 3 children in the car? Was one of them 5 years old?
Yes.
Okay. What did you find when you got out? The police standing there?
Yes. I received a phone call from the fire department. And when I came out, the police were standing by the vehicle.
This isn't just another traffic ticket case, folks. We're talking about children left in a hot car, the kind of charge that could send a parent to jail. But here's the twist. Watch what Judge Middleton does.
All right. This next case is file 241388SM. It's entitled People versus Ricky Lyn Kobak. That's you.
That's
We've met a couple times at your arraignment, and bring Jordan in so she can watch what we're doing. And at the earlier pretrial. This is the final pretrial. The charge is leaving a child unattended in a vehicle, which is a form of child cruelty charge. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of $1,000. I guess 2 counts. Casey Strong has been appointed to represent you, and Andrew Rognes is here on behalf of the prosecuting attorney's office. I understand you guys have worked out some sort of plea agreement. Once again, Ms. Strong, I'll defer to you. Let me, somehow I accidentally closed my on base, so let me open it up again. This is alleged to have occurred in the, I believe, Walmart parking lot on July 16th. No, it's not a 1 year. It's a 93-day and/or $500 offense. I misspoke. Ms. Strong, what's the situation?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the prosecutor's office has agreed that she will enter a plea to count 1, child abuse, leaving a child unattended in a vehicle, today under a delayed sentence agreement where Ms. Kobak will take a parenting class and not have any other charges or crimes during the duration of the delay. And at the end of the delay and or at the end of her parenting class, she'll be able to withdraw her plea to count 1 for a civil infraction disturbing the peace.
All right. Did you hear everything your lawyer said? The state does not have a civil infraction, but the city of Three Rivers does, and the city of Sturgis does. Normally, disturbing the peace is a misdemeanor, but they each have an ordinance that would be a civil infraction, meaning it's not a crime. The maximum punishment would be a $100 fine, maybe a $500 fine.
Notice how CPS walked away from this one, yet the judge and prosecutor are crafting a delayed sentence deal. Do you think this was fair leniency, or should harsher consequences have applied here?
Meet the conditions set forth by the prosecutor, this plea agreement would enter. Who's going to do the parenting class?
We haven't found a class yet. I was going to have her check with the probation department, and then if they don't have any recommendations, I'll help facilitate finding a class.
Ask a friend of the court.
Ask friend of the court. It's a great idea.
Well, I remember being told that CPS got involved at the front end of this and elected not to take the case up.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That stands for Child Protective Services. July 16th was actually one of the hottest days of last year. And that apparently was 85. according to this. There was a video, which I guess timed it out. And so I guess we'll rely on that. But if this all works out, it's going to be a civil infraction. And I guess it doesn't matter about those other things. So in order to do this, you have to enter a plea. So let's talk about that. For those of you here that may be entering your plea, including Ms. Hodson, to understand that if you plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. It won't be a trial. Do you understand that?
Mhm.
You have to say yes or no.
Yes,
Because when you write it down, you can't tell if it's or So do you understand that if you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney? Ms. Strong's been appointed to represent you, and she's been all over this case. You also could hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wish. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court, so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Mhm. Yes,
Okay. Other than this plea agreement, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
no,
or threaten you?
no,
All right, there is an affidavit of probable cause, and you and I have discussed some of this as far as we could go. You had gone to the Walmart store, I think this was in the morning, anyway, on the day of July 16th.
yes,
And did you go into the store to buy some things?
yes,
1709, so I guess that's about 5 o'clock. And how long were you in the store? Yeah, that says 20 to 21 minutes. What were you shopping for?
I was getting dinner, so rotisserie chicken.
Okay. And did you leave 3 children in the car? Was one of them 5 years old?
Yes,
Okay. What did you find when you got out? The police standing there?
yes. I received a phone call from the fire department, and when I came out, the police were standing by the vehicle.
And what I'm guessing is it took longer to get the chicken than you thought it was going to?
It was actually the checkout line.
All right. I'm not sure, maybe the prosecutor, someone I think called the police.
Actually, Your Honor, I think multiple people called.
Okay. It was 85 degrees it's hotter in the Walmart paved parking lot. It was probably hotter than that. But fortunately, this ended up all right. But that's a sufficient factual basis as far as the court is concerned. Are you satisfied, Mr. Rogers?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I think, the educational aspect of this case is probably the more significant portion.
Are you satisfied, Ms. Strong?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hate to even think about winter, but that's where we're headed for a sentencing date. November, December, March. Let's set this for sentence. April 28th. At 10:30. Now, if you wish to move it up, she completes the class, but I think part of the process is to it's like a probation to make sure she doesn't get in any other trouble between now and then. So I think we'll just leave it at that. April 28th at 10:30. Are you still on Portage Avenue?
Yes.
In the end, she avoided jail, instead facing parenting classes and probation-like monitoring. A risky mistake turned into a teachable moment. What's your take on...
2 children died in a store parking lot in Vicksburg. And so people take this seriously. All right, I will see you on April 28th at 10:30. I'm not going to give you a notice. There'll be plenty of time to send you one. All right, under deferred sentence. Do you have any questions?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right.